is 7:33 in the morning, Saturday morning, last weekend of the California Midwinter Fair and Fiesta, and we've got a bunch of other stuff going on as well today. Right now, let's go over the birthdays. We got the big shot birthdays. Today is March 11th. Celebrating today, TV journalist Sam Donaldson. I don't know what, he was really big in the 70s and the 80s. He is 89 today. Obviously retired. Tricia O'Neill, she was in Genghis Khan. She is 78. Mark Metcalf of Buffy and the Vampire Slayers, also at Animal House, 77 today. Singer Mark Stein of Vanilla Fudge, You Keep Me Hanging On, is 76 today. Singer Bobby McFerrin, don't worry, he's 73. Movie director Jerry Zucker of Airplane, Ghost, and some other funny movies. He's 73. Susan Richardson of Eight Is Enough is 71. We have Elias Koteas, Chicago PD, 62 years old today. Peter Berg of Chicago Hope is 61. Actor Jeffrey Nordling was on Desperate Housewives. He's 61. Alex Kingston, he was on ER. He's 60 years old today. Actor Wallace Langham of CSI is 58. John Barrowman, he was in Arrow. He's 56 today. Terrence Howard of Empire is 54. Johnny Knoxville, he's kind of a wacky guy. He's 52 today. Actor David Anders of iZombie and the Vampire Diaries is 42. Actor Thora Birch, she was in Ghost World, American Beauty, and a whole bunch of other stuff. She's 41. Actor Rob Brown of a Blind Spot team is 39. Jodie Comer of Killing Eve, she is 30 years old today. Local birthdays, people you may actually know, coming up next.
It's fair time. Feel the groove at the California Midwinter Fair and Fiesta, now through Sunday. Join us today for the Junior Livestock Auction, beginning at 8:30 a.m. in the auction arena. Sprint car races, 5 p.m. at the grandstands. Races require an extra $5 admission ticket. Don't miss Doo-Wah Riders, 4:30 p.m. and Fast Times, 80s concert, both on the Mechanic. Fair information and online ticket sales. Go to ivyfairgrounds.com. Enjoy the fair.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to a whole lot of people, including Adam Perez, Angie Garcia, Barbara Rios, Bobby Vasquez, Dan LaBelle, David Loera, David Ramirez, Elizabeth Wilson, Joseph Perez, Kimberly Vasquez, Margarita Ferro, Maria Calderon, Matthew Edwards, Nicole Morales, we have Patty Martinez, Sylvia Moreno, Susan Carrion, Sylvia Nelson, I told you there's a lot of people, Will Thomas Jr., Yahaida Carvajal, Ana Paula Escalante, Paula Julieta Escalante, Ricardo Blias Ortega, Sarah Helficker, Renee Santillana, Louis Pineda, Nubia Garcia, and Art Rubio. Happy birthday to every single one.
It's time for the California Midwinter Fair and Fiesta. 10 days of fun. Feel the groove. And Kxo Radio. On Main Street in El Centro, Imperial Valley Resource Management Agency, coordinating recycling for the valley, and the UPS store.
And out at the booth today is going to be Gene Brister, Jose Munoz, and Mario Escobedo. Mario Escalante, he's going to be out there. They're going to man the booth. You want to go out there and say hi. Right now, we've got the World California News headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. Thousands in California are under evacuation orders as a new storm pounds the Golden State with strong winds, thunderstorms, and heavy rain. CBS's Steve Futterman.
This woman is staying put.
You know, I'm prepared. I have plenty of food. As long as the power doesn't go out, I'm good.
Many people are placing sandbags in front of their homes, hoping it will prevent water from coming inside.
Silicon Valley Bank is now the largest financial institution to fail since 2008. CBS's Bradley Blackburn.
The country's 16th largest bank with more than $200 billion in assets was shut down by regulators yesterday due to inadequate liquidity and insolvency.
3 Texas women are being sued over helping another woman get an abortion.
This case is very much a test case of whether the Texas law, which prohibits abortions after 6 weeks into the pregnancy, can be used in this way to bring actions against anyone.
CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keys.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Another atmospheric river has brought more rain and snow into the state. Caltrans Chief Deputy and Director Mike Keever says they are prepared for whatever happens.
We already have pre-positioned equipment around the state at critical locations, preparing for multiple hazards. So flooding, slides, snow.
Governor Gavin Newsom has signed an executive order that will allow the use of rain and snowmelt to refill groundwater reserves without having to go through the normal red tape. A huge sinkhole is threatening to swallow up 2 homes in Camarillo neighborhood Friday. The sinkhole is because of all the rains. 15 people have been evacuated. Paul Flores has been sentenced 25 years to life in prison for the 1996 murder of 19-year-old Christian Smart. This is San Luis Obispo County District Attorney Dan Dow.
There is no sentence that is sufficient to bring true justice because Kristen is gone, forever gone.
Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair or replacement, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And it is page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, quick lane tire and auto centers with 3 locations to serve you at the El Centro Motors in Brawley at the Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. What's going on today? There's a lot of stuff going on today. Everybody's going to have something to do. They've got the 52nd annual NAF El Centro Air Show, the Blue Angels Air Show, kicking off today. Gates open at 8:30 this morning. Going to have the Blue Angels and other air acts performing. They're going to have the a classic car show, naturalization ceremony for several uniformed members, mariachi band, U.S. Navy rock band, the Destroyers, and a whole bunch more. Again, the gates are opening at 8:30 this morning. California Midwinter Fair and Fiesta continues. In fact, it wraps up this weekend. Gates open at 12 o'clock this afternoon. Manning the booth today is Gene, Jose, and Mario. They're going to be out there. Going on at 10 o'clock is the livestock auction in the livestock arena. And later on at 5 o'clock, the sprint car races. Those are the highlights. All kinds of stuff going on. Those are just the highlights. Tomorrow, it's the fair wraps up with at 12 noon. Gates open at 12 noon. Tracy and Gabe will be at the KXO booth. There'll be a livestock arena, livestock showmanship and market, all kinds of stuff going on out there. The Heritage 500, more auto racing at 2 o'clock at the grandstands as the fair wraps up its 10-day run tomorrow. More? Yeah, we have more coming up next.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
And also going on today, the annual Memorial Scholarship had been scheduled in February. The weather forced a cancellation. The Frankie L. Chavez Foundation rescheduled the event for today. That is today, Saturday, at Hinojosa Park in Brawley. A family event features softball and horseshoe tournaments, music, and a barbecue. Plates are available at $12 each. The theme is honoring the past and improving the future. The event raises scholarship funds in the name of the late Frankie L. Chavez. The scholarships are awarded to seniors at Brawley and Calipatria High Schools. The event runs from 11 till 4 today, again at Hinojosa Park in Brawley. That's page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight, and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And it's time for page 2 of the local news and the local weather. It's served up this morning by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food specializing in sushi rolls. There are 50 different varieties of sushi rolls, one for every state of the union. In the news, women honored this week. National Women's Day was today. Not today, it was this week. It was the first annual Women of Wonder Awards for Imperial Valley women. That was held this week on National Women's Day. It was, organizers indicate it was a tremendous success. Chamber of Commerce for Greater Brawley, in partnership with the Casa Blanca venue, presented the event. It was sold out days before the doors even opened. The event featured the awards presentations, dinner, and guest speakers. 7 awards were presented to 7 outstanding women from around Imperial County, Imperial Valley. The Resiliency Award went to Ashley Contreras. The Emerging Star Award went to Yareli Rivera Suamatiaya. She's the IBC Director of Student Development. The award for a Women of Wonder in Agriculture went to Shelby Trim with the Imperial Valley Vegetable Growers Association. The award for Women of Wonder in Philanthropy went to Stacy Chandler of Lifted Up Living. The Influential Woman of Wonder Award went to Angie Marie Pena, Project Manager for SD Regional Center. A Business Woman of the Year Award went to Jamie Chan, founder of the Honor Health Sciences, and the Woman of the Year Award was presented to Dr. Vishwa Kapoor, pediatrician with Kapoor Pediatrics. Congratulations to every single one. All Women of Wonder. In January, unemployment numbers were released yesterday. They're the latest numbers, jobless numbers available. According to the report from the Employment Development Department, Imperial County unemployment was recorded at 16.2% for January. There were 11,715 eligible workers unemployed in January out of a labor force of 72,125. The state jobless rate was 4.6%. EDD expects to release the February unemployment rate later this month. And Thursday morning, a traffic stop resulted in 3 people going to jail. El Centro police officers stopped a Jeep Patriot for a traffic violation in the area of Highway 98 and Dogwood Road at about 10 a.m. on Thursday. After questioning the driver and 2 passengers, it was determined all 3 had multiple warrants for their arrest for various drug charges. The 3 were all booked into Imperial County Jail. The Jeep was towed and seized. Now, we got your weather coming up next.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates sushi rolls, one for each of our 50 states. And come join them with their famous sake bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingon. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at KSushiBarandGrill.com.
The high temperature yesterday, 80 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 64. Wind gusts overnight up to 29 miles per hour. National Weather Service says above normal temperatures and afternoon breeziness can be expected across the region today. A warming trend will continue as afternoon high temperatures range from the upper 70s to low 80s through the rest of the weekend. Thereafter, as high pressure strengthens early next week, temperatures will warm even further, with the highs potentially peaking into the mid to upper 80s on Tuesday. The pattern will turn cooler, along with the potential for precipitation in the middle of next week. Weather forecast calling for partly cloudy skies today. Highs right near 82. West wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows around 59. West wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Winds should gust or could gust as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly sunny skies, highs right near 84. West to northwest wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunday night, partly cloudy skies, overnight lows around 57. West wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunny on Monday, highs right near 85. A west and northwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour at times. And right now we're looking at 66 degrees, 68% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is good throughout the region. Page 2 of the local news and the weather has been served up by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. The dinner menu features 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And it is now time for sports. Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. In the NBA, it was the Lakers won. That doesn't always happen. Lakers won. They beat the Raptors 122-112. It was the 76ers over the Trailblazers 120-119. Hawks beat the Wizards 114-107. Cavaliers did not win. The Heat beat them 119-115. The Nets and the Timberwolves went into overtime. Nets won the game just barely 124-123. and it was the Spurs over the Nuggets by a score of 128-120. March Madness getting underway next week. In fact, tomorrow is the NCAA Selection Sunday at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The Bubble Watch is underway. They are 36 teams locked into the tournament. Bubble has 19 teams. They're vying for 10 available spots in the action, playoff action. We will have several of the games, including the national championship, right here on 1230 KXO.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And in the world of hockey, they just had a couple of games yesterday. It was the Panthers over the Blackhawks, 4-3. Panthers won that game in overtime. Ducks defeated the Flames 3-1, and that's it. All that was for hockey. Chad Ramey became the only player to reach double digits under par at the Players' Championship. TPC Sawgrass, as usual, had the final say. It was a rain delay, so it stopped. Day two was postponed, halted, not postponed. It was halted. It'll resume at day two. Two are in the lead in that tournament. And Jordan Spieth likely to make the Players' cut after a lucky break, a big lucky break. Hit a shot that bounced off a spectator, hit something else and hit something else, and then finally got about 26 feet from the hole, and he knocked it in. So he'll probably make it. He's got luck on his side. Stefano Tsitsipas was beaten by Aussie Jordan Thompson in the second round of the Indio Wells thing, Paribas. It's a BNP Paribas being played up in India Wells, and Tsitsipas has been eliminated. So the event moves on without the Canadian. Michaela Schifrin, she shines in a record-setting World Cup victory. Sweden? Okay. American skier Schifrin set the outright World Cup record for career victories with 87 by winning a slalom on Saturday. That was early this morning. That's it. That's a look at sports. Sports has been brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare Center, or the Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And we did bring up the fact that there's all kinds of car racing, dirt track racing at the fairgrounds, especially this final weekend of the fair. So if you're into dirt track racing, you want to get out to the fair this today and tomorrow. Now it is now time for financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. Stocks plunged lower on Friday after the sudden collapse of a top 20 bank. SVB sent investors into a tizzy. Wall Street's fear gauge, the V1X, jumped 15% on a Friday afternoon as investors rushed to safe havens to avoid being pulled into to any banking sector contagion, while shares of larger banks stabilized Friday after falling late on Thursday. Smaller banks continued to suffer. And an exchange traded fund tracking regional banks, the SPDR and S&P Regional Banking ETF was down 4.4%. A sell-off sent the S&P 500 nearly a negative for the year, erasing almost all previous gains. Treasury yield, meanwhile, saw the largest decline since 2008 when Lehman Brothers collapsed as investors flocked into bonds and away from the stock market altogether. That's it. Well, fingers are crossed that it'll recover. We got the weather coming up.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The high temperature yesterday, 80 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 64. Wind gusts overnight up to 29 miles per hour. National Weather Service says partly cloudy skies are expected today. Highs right near 82. West wind 15 to 20 miles per hour. Gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Overnight lows around 59. West wind 15 to 20 miles per hour. Coming southeast after midnight. Winds could gust as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunday, partly cloudy skies, highs right near 84. West northwest wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunday night, partly cloudy skies, overnight lows around 57. West wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. Monday, sunny skies, highs right near 85. West northwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour at times. And we are now looking at 66 degrees, 68% the relative humidity. Financial news and weather has been brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. Coming across the border this hour, you got a 30 to 35 minute wait downtown. No wait in the Century Lane, no wait in the pedestrian lanes. Eastport, the Gateway Port, 20 to 25 minute wait in the regular lanes, 15 to 20 minute wait in the ready lanes. There is no wait at the East Century Lane.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO, El Centro's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Steele.
I'm Allison Keyes in the Washington Bureau. That's raging waters in Kernville, California, at a river known to locals as Killer Kern, where there have been flash floods during this new atmospheric river. Thousands of people are under evacuation orders. CBS's Stacey Lynn with the latest.
It's unimaginable.
He lives in the mountains of SoCal in Santa Cruz County. Some of the worst damage from the severe flooding is there. The community has basically been cut in half from floodwaters that tore a canyon through the main road. In Monterey County, thousands lost power as trees knocked over power lines. Tire store owner Tony Virgil is frustrated that he had to close up shop.
Can't run my compressors. That's air. We're in the tire business, so we're out of business.
Flood alerts are in place through tomorrow. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
The nation's 16th largest financial institution, Silicon Valley Bank, had its assets seized by regulators yesterday. It is a partner for many tech companies and startups. CBS's Michael George.
The sudden collapse of Silicon Valley Bank on Friday is the biggest bank failure since the 2008 financial crisis. But equity research analyst Alexander Yoakum says this is not the time to push the panic button.
Most banks, I do think, will be okay. I think banks that are very specialized, they definitely need to take this very seriously.
An ex-lawyer for former President Trump is expected to testify next week in New York City's probe of the 45th president.
I'm Tom Foti. Michael Cohen used to be known as a kind of fixer for Donald Trump before he became president. Cohen went to prison in a hush money case that is now also tied to Trump. And Cohen expects to testify Monday before the Manhattan grand jury hearing the case.
I'm going to be taking a little time now to stay silent and allow the DA to build their case and to do the things that they need to do.
Cohen does not expect Trump to testify, as he has reportedly been invited to do. In New York State cases, such invitations are frequently followed by FBI indictments. Tom Foti, CBS News, Washington.
The FBI says 2 Texas sisters and a friend are missing in Mexico after crossing the border last month to sell clothes at a flea market. The abduction of 4 Americans in Mexico, caught on video last week, was resolved in a matter of days after 2 of them were murdered. But there has been little publicity about the 3 women. Now to space.
All hooks open.
A SpaceX Dragon capsule carrying 5 astronauts for NASA undocked from the International Space Station overnight, carrying a crew that spent more than 5 months in space. Splashdown is expected around 9 p.m. Eastern. This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Deb's constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating kept giving her grief. She talked to her doctor to get some relief. Deb had irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, which was a start. Saying yes to Linzess helped her do her part.
Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
It's Back to the Future early tomorrow morning, which will make many angry.
Just like that, we skip an hour into the future, and that 1 hour can mess up our body chemistry.
With the changes in time or missing hour of sleep here or there, one sees changes in things like cortisol, melatonin, other hormones and chemicals in the body.
Dr. Benjamin Springate, Chief of Community and Population Medicine at LSU Health New Orleans School of Medicine, says if you want to head it off, get an extra hour of sleep the day before and the day after the time change. Chris Miller for CBS News, New Orleans.
Right now in Chicago, the river is being dyed green just before the St. Patrick's Day parade. The brilliant green color only lasts for a few hours, so you'd better hurry up and get down there. The 68th City St. Patrick's Day parade kicks off at 12:30 p.m. Central. There'll be bagpipes. Allison Keys, CBS News.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Gentlemen, I would like to introduce
George Gale.
I got style, I'm cultured, I'm sophisticated.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230 KXO.